Hello. We are now broadcast now. Thank you for joining us today, and good afternoon for everyone. So it's great to meet you all at this good Sunday. And today we are present to you the program preview MBA Corporate Management. So later on we have our VIP speaker Dr. Ahmad Nazri to share the information of the MBA Corporate Management with us. And before we officially start the webinar, let me go through a video for you, the video about UTAR, so that for those who are not familiar with UTAR, you can take a look about it first. So now we go to the video.
Welcome to University Tunku Abdul Rahman, one of Malaysia's leading teaching and research universities, with its main campus located in Kampar, Perak. And another campus located in Sungai Long, Selangor. University Tunku Abdul Rahman, or UTA as it is commonly known, started as a dream by a group of leaders in the Malaysian Chinese Association, or MCA, after they founded Tunku Abdul Rahman College in 1969. Led by former MCA President Tun Dr. Ling Leong Sik, the founding council chairman of UTA and the current UTA Chancellor, the group worked tirelessly until their dream turned into reality when the fourth Prime Minister of Malaysia, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, officially launched University Tunku Abdul Rahman in Kuala Lumpur on 13 August 2002. UTA's first intake of 411 students was in a single campus in Petaling Jaya, offering just 8 undergraduate programs in 3 founding faculties. Today, UTA is a comprehensive university offering more than 110 programs, ranging from foundation and honors bachelor to master's and PhD levels in 9 faculties, 3 institutes, and 3 centers. To continue on its trajectory of excellence, the university re-strategized with a 10-year strategic plan and a new vision to be a global university of educational excellence with transformative societal impact. Aligned with this vision is the university's mission to commit towards universal values and beliefs, tenacity in overcoming challenges, agility in facing new frontiers, and responsibility in pursuit of excellence. UTA believes in a holistic approach towards education and strives to celebrate diversity in all aspects of educational activities to help prepare future generations of leaders. Students acquire critical soft skills through the UTA Soft Skills Development Certificate Program and through engagement in extracurricular activities. Community projects, international exchange program, workshops and training. UTA's 6 pillars of educational philosophy promote core values, which are guiding principles supporting the holistic development of our students and staff. Our quest for international collaborations and industry partnerships enable our students and staff to participate in international exchange programs, joint research projects, training and experiential learning. Collaborative agreements with reputable universities and partners in the US, UK, Europe, Asia and more promote discovery and the exchange of knowledge. among our alumni are successful entrepreneurs and leaders in multinational companies advancing rapidly in their career. Conceived as a university by the people for the people, Utah is a not-for-profit private university owned by the Utah Education Foundation with support and contributions from sponsors, philanthropists, alumni, and the community. The university deeply appreciates their generous support and contributions. In return, the university provides financial assistance through its numerous scholarships and loans. Over the years, numerous financial institutions, organizations, and foundations have also been providing financial assistance to our students. The university's commitment towards excellence in teaching and research has led to significant progress in research and development. Research centers, endowed professorial chairs, the undergraduate research scheme, and the Global Research Network support numerous local and international research projects. Utah is widely recognized as a leading progressive university in Malaysia, with favorable rankings in the Times Higher Education World Rankings and QS World Rankings. Utah has also been awarded self-accreditation status by the Ministry of Higher Education. The International Advisory Council, Industry Advisory Panel, external examiners, professional bodies and partners all contribute towards quality assurance and academic excellence. Our academia's pursuit for scholastic excellence constantly earns them recognition and accolades. An important milestone is the generosity of the Lee Foundation and the Kwok Foundation. Their gift donations contributed towards the infrastructural development of Sungai Long campus. The Lee Kong Chian Faculty of Engineering and Science and the Mary Kwok Library were named in their honor respectively. Another significant milestone is the setting up of the Utah Hospital in Kampar, which will provide clinical training to our MBBS students and offer medical services in Western medicine and traditional and complementary medicine to the community. Moving forward, Utah will embrace changes to meet the challenges ahead and endeavor to be a global university of educational excellence.
Okay, thank you for coming there with us. And for those who just joined us, welcome again to our webinars today. We are today presenting to you the programs preview MBA Corporate Management. And I'm Tham from Utah Division of Program Promotions, DPP. Today we are proudly invited the VIP guest, Dr. Nasri, to have a sharing with us. And before we invite Dr. Nasri, let you know that this webinar live is also shared live to the Utah for You page, with our Facebook page. So if you have any friends that may not able to join us at the Zoom, maybe they can join us at the Utah for You, the Facebook page as well. And after the sharing, we have the Q&A sessions. If you have any questions to ask, you can drop the questions to the Q&A box. So later, once finished, we will pick the questions to answer accordingly. And due to the limited hour we have, sorry that we may not able to answer all the questions. Only the selected will be answered on air. And before we invite the Dr. Nasri, now we have a background introduce of the Dr. Nasri for you. So Dr. Ahmad Nasri is the head of programs for MBA Corporate Management, and he's from the Faculty of Business and Finance, FBF, at the Kampar campus. And this his background. We can see that he's completed the Bachelor of Business Admin at the Engineering College and obtain the MBA at St. Louis University. Finally, the PhD at National University of Ireland. So these are some simple background, and if we go through his expertise, so his area of expertise, you can see that he is expert in either asset security decisions or the asset-backed security and the Islamic finance or the productivity and the efficiency of bank. So if you have any question would like to ask him about this area, later on you can also drop the questions at the Q&A box. Okay, now no further delay. We are now invite Dr. Nasri to have the sharing for us today. Dr. Nasri, so allow me to share the slide. Hi, Dr. Nasri, it's your floor. Dr. Nasri, maybe you can switch on your mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Okay, you hear me. Okay. Good afternoon, students and ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the Faculty of Business and Finance. What I'm going to introduce is our MBA program, Corporate Management. Okay. As you know, currently we are in the pandemic situation. I believe most of the attendants here are students in the final year. Okay, which is more relevant for you to hear all this along. Okay, now if you stay for another 12 months in Kampa campus and continuing with your study, rather than you finish off your first degree and go home and looking for a job, which is hard to come by given the current situation. Even before the pandemic situation, the job market is not really that as good as we expect. Okay, so what you do is you study for another 12 months for advanced degree. Okay, what we call the MBA. As you know, this is the next slide, please. MBA program. The MBA program all along has been the most popular business degree to all the people who are interested to be successful in the corporate world. Okay, we have part-time students also enroll in this program because they believe MBA program is good for them for their career path. Okay, so I want to be a little bit historical. We just go through the next slide. Okay, MBA program. It first started in the 50s. The Americans are doing this. Okay, in the early days, the program is conducted by well-experienced practitioners who are successful in their corporate life. So what they offer was a trick of the trade. It's more vocational, so it lacks of academic rigor, and the fundamental theories are not really highlighted. Okay, as it goes on, sometime in the 80s. Okay, the next slide. So the program gained traction. It became more popular in the 80s. Okay, the program developed and improved more with theoretical fundamental emphasize. Okay, basically we can say that at that time we can call it as MBA 2.0. Okay, so next slide, please. So today what we see, MBA has developed into more blended program with a good balance between practice and principle. Okay. So as far as the our MBA corporate management is concerned, we approach the teaching and learning through an innovative approach. What we offer is to initiate your thinking and doing, because we integrate theories and practice. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, our objective is to share knowledge and the real world experience by our lecturers. Our lecturers are not purely academician. Some of them come from the industry. I myself have 15 years of financial market experience in banking. Okay, so we have people in marketing, we have people from logistics, okay, and we have people from human resource. They have a real world experience from some years because they joined the academic world in Utah. Okay, so what we're going to do is to, by then you graduate, you would be able to practice skill and responsibility with a standard of ethical conduct of a particular profession. Nowadays, ethics is very important. Okay, good governance is very important. So that's why we emphasize ethics and good governance. Okay, with the current challenging, as we see, there are people who are not governed rightly and involved in corruption and so on, and doing unethical practice. Okay, you would be able to express your ideas, which is you become more strategic in your thinking. Okay, you should be able to see the world, business world, from the bird's eye view, so that you can capture whatever opportunities, new opportunities. You can capture the current opportunities, okay, so that you can inspire your subordinates, okay, to believe in your goal to achieve your organizational objective, and should be enhancing good interpersonal relationship, because in a business world, the dynamic of team playing is very, very important. No people can work alone to achieve its organizational objective. So this is what we would impart and share with you. Okay, next slide. So the idea is that you can apply the related knowledge. You know, you can become a critical thinker. You acquire that sort of skill, and you can become problem solver. Okay, which is very very important in the corporate world. Okay, but studying MBA and graduate is not the last stop in education. In fact, we are engaged in a lifelong learning. When you work, you still study. You may not study in a proper academic setting, but you still in the training and the development in a corporate world. So you still engage in a voluntary, your own self-discipline. You want to be self-motivated, acquire new knowledge. Okay, world is changing, like we see now. Right now, people say our MBA is 3.0. Maybe we have MBA 4.0 because of you see what happened to today's world. The pandemic has changed the working landscape. The new normal is there. So can MBA in the future, with the current characteristic, survive? So I'm sure MBA will change more. And so we have to do this long life learning so that we can cope up with the, we can understand the rapid changing of the business world. Okay. So how do we achieve all these things to make you impart the knowledge and acquire those skills? How will you achieve? We provide you, the next slide, we provide the candidates with advanced management training specific skill so that you can be an effective corporate managers, corporate leaders. Okay, and all the core courses covers the business financial area in finance, in marketing, in human resource, in logistics. Okay, so the program will provide you with more interactive, practical learning opportunities, more rigor, so that you have the skill, you are more articulative, so that you can make a sound decision to resolve a real business world, okay, and confront the managerial issues. The next slide. Okay, the next slide, MBA corporate structure. As I told you just now, the courses that we offer, the core courses, covers every aspect of the business financial area. So we have accounting, managerial finance, we have organizational behavior leadership, which is more relevant to the marketing. Okay, you have to study consumers' behavior, marketing, strategy, operation management. That is management looking the idea to look at company more holistically, more bird's eye view, more strategic. So we have a corporate management strategy. Okay. Managerial economic, you have to understand the economic as a whole to understand the business. Okay. And of course, IT, which is very important. Now, if you see, you also have to study about business research, quantitative methods, which is very important for you to analyze data, be more scientific, making decision, okay, rather than just use your intuition. So you should understand statistics much more better. You can understand data that every day you're confronting with data to resolve business world. Okay, so in the final year, in the final semester, you may do a research project or you may do a case study. Okay, so that's how our program structure. But the next slide, please. But we allow you, while you capture the knowledge, the skill as a generalist in business management, but we allow you to specialize in your area that you think you favor, you prefer. Okay, so there is finance, specialization, marketing, human resource management, and logistics. So that define what we call our MBA corporate management, which narrow down to a skill that some prefer to be more finance, some people to be more marketing. Okay, so if you see that our total credit hours is 41 for the whole structure, which involve 8 core units and 3 elective under each of the specialization you may choose, and 1 project. Okay, so our finance specialization, what do we have? As I said, MBA involve planning, involve looking at issue from strategic point of view, looking at business issue from the bird's eye view. So planning is very important. So we have investment planning, risk management and insurance planning, financial planning. So once we have all the plan, then we put our action plan, what we do. So the strategic plan, the action plan. So that's how MBA is all about. Okay, so that if you want to do finance specialization, marketing now, consumer behavior, that is very important. Consumer is always right. Even though they may wrong, we always say consumer is always right. Our customer is the king. So we want to study their behavior so that we can serve them well. Okay, now as we see, marketing become more global. We cannot just market within our shore. We have to see the stage, the world stage as our market. So we have to understand global marketing. And with the current situation, more internet marketing, much more important. We don't have to be doing marketing, we have to physically to be in a certain place. Everything can be using the technology. That's why we have e-commerce. So internet marketing become, in fact, much important nowadays. A lot of people buying through e-commerce platform. Okay, so the next slide, specialization in human resource. If you see here, the 3 areas here, performance management and reward system is very important in a corporate world. You want to retain your staff. So you want to reward them well so that they can continue on be with you and to achieve your organizational objective. Okay, but to reward them, we have to know, to see their performance. So you have to understand how to manage their performance, to look what we say the KPI and so on. Okay, And also, you have to look at the management of your staff from the strategic point of view. Okay, maybe you need how many more staff? Maybe you need what sort of a skill they want, and so on and so forth. You want for your business, and how to develop your staff. So training and career development is very important in your organization. So that is the HRM specialization. Now, as I said just now, the world market is global and using more of the technology. So how you want to reach your customer while physically you are geographically challenging, but still you can do business and deliver. So logistic, international logistic and transportation, and you should understand the supply chain management. So we have supply chain management in practice. As I said, it's not only theory, we blend it with practice. So we have supply chain operation. So for those who are interested with logistics, these are the courses they do. Okay. So next slide. Next slide is the program duration. Okay. On a full-time basis, you do only 1 year. You have 3 semesters. Or on the part-time, of course, you take longer. You have 5 semesters, 5 trimesters. Okay. For next year, January 2021 started, our MBA program will be 14 weeks, 14 weeks, 14 weeks duration for 3 trimesters. Currently, we have January and May, 14 weeks. And then the October trimester, the short semester, 7 weeks. In January 2021 onwards, our program will be equally 14 weeks, 14 weeks, 14 weeks, including 2 weeks exam week. Okay, so those who are part-time students will be find it very favorable because there is no short SAM. In the short SAMs, some students, I understand, they find it very challenging because they have to do the classes twice in a week. That will be very challenging to the part-time to find time to come to attend classes twice in a week for a particular course. So now we have make it equally divided. Okay. Okay. So we have a January, May intake, January, May, and October intake. So as far as Kampa is concerned, we have 3 intakes. And the classes is 6:30 to 9:30 in the evening. Why? Because we mix the part-time and the full-time student together. It's good for the student to mix with some adult working student. You have a good networking. It's good for you to know people who are already in the job market. Maybe you will look for an opportunity for you when you graduate. You have to be working. Okay. And of course, finally, you will ask what is the entry requirement. The first is you must have 2.5 and above. Okay, a bachelor degree or any other related degree, 2.5 above. You are eligible. Okay, but if you 2.75 above, we will consider you as a clear-cut applicant. That means we straight away recommend you to IPSR to approve your candidacy, your application file below us to have a chit chat. Okay, it's not an interview, just we want to know you more well to help you along if you want to join the MBA. Okay, what about if you have 2.0 below 2.5, but you have 2.0? Well, generally those students have to work, having 5 years working experience, then they can come apply for the MBA program. Okay, so don't be despair. The opportunity may not be now, opportunity may be later. Okay, In fact, adult worker who doesn't even have a degree, but they have years of experience, then apply the FLC. Okay, that one, you can go to the right place to get more detail. Okay, what about the English requirement? We want MUET Band 4 or TOEFL or IELTS and so on. So you must have evidence of English proficiency. The minimum is MUET Band 4. What about if you don't have? Again, don't worry. You apply your MBA, you can come to us. We will give you the English test, English proficiency test. No problem. Okay? Definitely you can always pass the English proficiency test because you already UTA graduate. You have written a lot in English. You have you already go through your FIP and write a good English for a project. So maybe you just don't have when went 4.0, but you come, we give you the test. Okay, the test is free, a written test, and we have a chit chat, what I call you just now, oral. So that would make you fulfill the requirement of English language proficiency. Okay. So next slide. Okay, we come to the last slide already. What I'm trying to tell you, after you graduate, stay with UTA, get a higher degree so that you have a competitive edge. By the time you finish 12 months time as a full-time student, you become more articulative, you become more wiser, you become 1 year older, you become more wiser, you become more mature, okay? You become more bolder to open up, to give your opinion, and you go into the job market will be more better for you because you have an advanced degree, MBA degree. MBA degree is the most popular business degree and it's very, very useful if you want to be in the corporate world, to move up the corporate ladder. That's why MBA is not only taken, enrolled by business students, also other students who are graduate in engineering, graduate as a lawyer, as any other professional degree. Why? Because they want to move up the corporate ladder. Okay, this is my experience in other universities. See that some of the students are not from the business program. They come from different programs. Why? Because they want to be successful in the corporate world. They need this knowledge that they may acquire from the MBA program. So students, thank you very much for your time. Okay, so I'll give back to Mr. Tam. Any question, I will ready to answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you for Dr. Nasri.
Yeah.
And now we are now back to the Q&A sessions. So, all the audience, if you have any questions, you can just drop it at the Q&A box. And now let me have a look about it. Okay, Dr. Nasri, there is a questions. Let me would like to give advice. So the course assessment contain individual and group assignment.
Okay, as far as assignment is concerned, yes, there is individual assignment and there is also a group assignment. Okay, group assignment is very important. Group assignment is to instill a spirit of team playing. So as you want to be successful in the corporate world, you have to have a certain skill of the dynamic of working in a team. Okay, so we have, yes.
Okay, Dr. Nasri, here's another question. What exactly is the coursework for? So maybe like to give a short introduction about the coursework, the differences between a coursework, research, and the mixed mode.
coursework, and the assignment.
So what actually is the coursework?
Or what actually is the coursework?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The coursework entails, depending on the lecturer. Okay. But we don't have midterm exam. Okay. There is no examination midterm. What we have, 60% coursework. The coursework is all involved case study or a mini research project. Okay. With some having an oral presentation. Okay. That accounts 60% of the assessment. Another 40% come from the final exam. But as it is under the pandemic situation, we don't have final exam. We have final assessment. Okay. So 40%. But there are courses, for instance, courses like quantitative method, business research cases and quantitative method. They don't have final assessment. What they have only coursework, 100%. Okay. So 100% will be coursework. 100% will be a research project, mini research project, case study, a group assignment, individual assignment. On top of that, because of the pandemic situation, there is 3 other courses, core courses, which involve 100% coursework as it is now. Okay, so we are still in the pandemic situation. So in the October trimester, we still continue on with 4 courses having 100% coursework assessment, no final exam, no final assessment. Okay, the other 3 courses, one is the quantitative methods. Okay, another one is the OBL, organizational behavior and leadership. We have the IT for corporation, and another one is we have the corporate management strategy. So altogether 4. So what involved with 100% coursework, involved only assignment, group project. Is that clarified?
Okay, thank you for the Nasri. So we come to another question. So what if the void is overdue? The MUET void, what if it is overdue? Still possible for the application?
Overdue?
Yeah, because for the void there is can last for 5 years. So if 5 years after, it will be overdue. So if the void is eventually overdue, so
okay. You mean if a student study and the maximum period for part-time is 6 years, right? You mean they overdue?
No, I mean that for the MUET voids, because for those some students maybe they are not assigned to the MBA right after the graduate. Maybe like they come for the work with certain years of working experience, then they only come for the MBA. So in this case, their void will be overdue. So what if the void is overdue?
You mean whether they are eligible or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Under FLC, we will have to look into what is the specific area that we can give a waiver. But they don't have all the waiver for all the courses. If I'm not mistaken, that when we propose for the FLC, there's only one course. There is the corporate strategic management, is the one that we can give a waiver. Okay, so we will see what are their experience as far as the corporate strategy is concerned. So those working adults who have been years working, they are reaching up to a certain level, in a supervisory or managerial level, and they want to acquire an MBA degree, but they have to study all other courses. Maybe we give a waiver of only one course, corporate management strategy. That is, they apply for the FLC.
Okay, thank you for the Nasri.
Okay.
So we come to the questions. What is the total cost for the program?
Okay, the total cost is about 22,000 in the total. Okay, but as far as a student is concerned, they won't pay the 22,000 in one shot. They will, because IPSR will invoice accordingly to what they register and enroll in each trimester. So student, you are not financially burdened so much, okay? Because we don't invoice you for the total program of 22,000. We invoice you according to what you register for the number of credit hours. So it won't be much a burden. On top of that, there is Kojadi that you can apply for study loan, okay? So if you think that finance is a problem for you, then you can approach Kojadi to do this MBA program in Kampa. Okay?
Okay, thank you for all the knowledge.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
come to another questions.
Okay.
So is the MBA project involve the oral presentations?
Okay. Our MBA project does not involve oral presentation as it is now. Okay. What you do is just the written project submitted, and we assess your project based on the written project. That's all for the moment. Okay.
Okay, thank you for the knowledge. So we
Okay.
come to another. So when can I register for the research project or the case study?
Okay. As far as for you to enroll or register for the project, first of all, you have to do the quantitative cases method. Business research, the course called business research, cases and quantitative method. You have to do that first. Or you can do a concurrent, but will be a difficult. Might as well you do that course first. Okay. So if you do that course first, after your CGPA must be sustained at 3.0, then you're eligible for doing the project. Assuming you are under probation, then you are not allowed to, if your CGPA drop below 3, you are not allowed to do the project first. You have to do when your CGPA has improved. So generally, most of the students will do their project in the last trimester. Okay. But there are students who do in the second trimester. It's okay. Okay. For the part-time student, they can spread over 2 trimester, because the project involve 6 credit hours. Okay. For the full-time, as far as they're concerned, they do on the duration of 14 weeks, as it is now. Okay, 14 weeks. So assuming they do in October, which is 7 weeks, so plus 6 weeks that they submit in January, so they still have 13 weeks of doing the written project. Okay.
Okay, now we come to another questions. So when we open registrations for the part-time MBA January 2021 enrollment?
Registration is open as the announced with other undergraduate program. So the concurrent with the undergraduate program, when it's the university announcing, and then the student can just apply through IPSR. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So which means that they can apply before the intake, right? Is it?
Yes.
From now onward?
Yeah. From now onward, yes. They want for those who wants to apply from now onward, they can. Okay. For those they are still studying, they haven't finished their exam. We will put a remark pending May 2020 examination result. We put it that way, a remark. So like a conditional offer. So they can apply now for the October.
Okay, thank you for the knowledge. Okay. And now for the other questions. So good afternoon. So is there any credit transfer available?
Credit transfer?
Yeah.
No. At the moment, we haven't come to a point to do a credit transfer.
But we do have an FLC, right? Is it?
Yeah, we do have FLC, but specifically, we give a waiver only for corporate management strategy, only that one course.
So for those who with the working experience, they can apply the FLC for exemptions of one subject, right?
One subject, yeah. Only the credit management strategy only. but we have to interview them. We have to give them a little bit of test to see how much that they have acquired the skill in the CMS.
Okay, thank you. For
Okay,
the
okay,
answering.
okay.
And now we come to the next.
Okay.
So how will the students be assessed?
The student, how they were assessed. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As I said just now, assessment of student based on the coursework and based on the final assessment. Okay. They were assessed through their assignment, group assignment, oral presentation, or individual assignment. And currently they have this online final assessment, which is released and then they submit through online. No physical sitting of a final exam under the current situation. Okay, and we will be using this method OTL until the end of the year. In 2021, we have yet to get any new instruction. Okay, for October, we still practice the same what we have practiced now. We have online teaching and learning until the 31st December.
Okay, thank you for the answering.
Okay.
And now we come to another questions. So the final year project will be under individual or group?
Okay, final year project is individual, not a group project. The student have to do all on their own. So for a start, if they want to do a project, first of all, the student have to look for their supervisor. Once they have the supervisor, they discuss with the supervisor what is the topic, what is the research area they want, or whether they want to do a case study. Then they have to submit the proposal form signed by their supervisor with the detail of their topic and or the case that they wanted. Okay, submit to me, the HOP, with 1 page or 2 page research proposal. That's it. Then we get the approval of the faculty, and we also get the approval of the IPSR before they can do the actual project. So say that they want to do the project in January. Okay, January they're going to start the project. So October they have to apply already. Okay, 1 trimester before. Cannot be that they want to do the project in October and they come and see me, sir, I want to do the project now. Cannot. We need 1 semester ahead. So for those who are doing October, May already, they already get the approval. So for those who want to do January 2021, in October, they have to submit. So that's how it works. For the project, we need 1 semester ahead to do all the process. Okay.
Okay, thank you for the answer.
Okay. Okay.
So here's another would like to see advice. So for the MBA corporate management, for the part-time and full-time, actually how many subjects should the students take for a semester? Okay, for the full-time, they can do 9 credit hours. They can do 10 credit hours. We will spread over the 1 year. Okay. For the full-time, they got no problem. There is no limit, right? But for the part-time, yes. Okay. Generally, in 1 semester, they will do 6 credit hours. Okay. So that's why they take so much time to finish off. Okay. There is a limiting factor there. They cannot do like a full-time because they are part-time. So their credit hours is very low. So the Nasri, since you mentioned the 6 credit hours for each semester, to convert, is that supposed to be 2 subjects per semester? Yeah, 2 subjects. Okay, so means that a student actually can take maximum 2 subjects per semester, right? Is it minimum with 1 subject?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, thank you.
Because
And now
the way we structure is 6. But if they want to take more, the maximum is 9 for the part-time.
part-time maximum is 9, which means
9.
that probably will be the 3 subjects per semester.
But most of the students, they do 6. They want, they don't want to be so burdened.
Okay, understand that. So means that the maximum for part-time student they can take for 3 subjects, and the minimum is 1 subject per semester. Yeah. Okay, thank you. And now we have
for the full time, they can even take 5, 15. Okay.
5. Okay, for the full time. Okay.
Yeah, even they can do 5,
so
15 credit hours.
Now we have another question to come in. So if a subject result appear after the exam, the student need to receive the exam only or retake the subject again?
Okay, if the student fail the paper, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They have to take again. Or replacement.
Right,
yeah, that's right. Replacement. We have to see what is it medical reason? That one will be a replacement lah. Okay. Otherwise, they purposely didn't come and take the exam. We cannot give a replacement. They have to take again. They have to enroll again in the subject lah, if they fail.
Okay, thank you for the answer.
Okay.
So we come to, let's see the next question. And so the class is usually the weekday evening class, right? Is it?
Yeah, so evening classes.
Is it possible for the weekend class?
Weekend classes, depending. It happens during the short trimester in October, because the class is all double up. We do twice for each courses, twice classes being done in a week. So there will be not enough time slot to do the courses on weekends. So we push certain courses to do weekdays. So we push certain courses on weekend. But if we can conduct it, say in January 2021, with equal 12-week lecture, there is no short trimester, then there may not be any more weekend classes. Okay, all the classes will be weekdays. So the incident why weekend classes happen because of the short trimester. Since we have to do 14 weeks of study, but we have only 7 weeks of the duration, so we have to double up. So each course will be twice in a week, then become 14 weeks lah. So that have a limiting factor. So we have to do on the weekend. Okay. So on the weekend, usually the lecturer, what they will do to complete for the 2 weeks, for the twice lecture in one day. So no need to do twice. The whole Saturday completely finish with the requirement of 14 of the requirement of the lecture, which is once. No need to do twice. Only on weekday we do twice.
Okay, thank you for the answer. And now we come to the next question. So, can I get MISA exemptions after studying this MBA?
Okay. Okay. Pardon?
Can I get the MISA, MAICSA exemptions after the MBA?
Oh, MISA, yeah, the student, yes, the student can get exemption. That's right. As long they are graduate, business graduate. Okay, as long they are business graduate, and doing the MBA, and when they finish,
they get a waiver of certain paper. So they have four professional paper to take the exam.
Okay, now we come to the next one from Hannah. So she's actually asking about the part-time class also need to study weekday. Is there any class on weekend? Because I am working adult.
Okay, yes. That's why we do the class in the evening. The weekday they have to come, but since
Okay, Dr. Nasri.
right now we don't have physical, so because it's all after office hours. On weekend, they are not working, so that will not be a problem lah. If they have a class, say at 9 a.m. to 12 noon, and then 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, will not be a much of a problem. Okay.
So, Dr. Nasri, so
yes.
Other than the MAICS and the MISA, is there any other accreditations?
No.
Or the professional recognition?
No, there is no other except MISA. Not MISA, Max, not MISA, Max.
MACS, right? Is it?
Yeah. Max, MA.
MACS.
Yes, MACS, not MISA. MISA is the corporate governance.
Yeah.
Yeah, corporate governance. For our MBA corporate management, Max.
Max, okay.
Yeah, Malaysian Association of Company Secretary, right?
Okay, so now we come to probably the last questions, so that we can end off the Q&A sessions. So, is there any like the VIP guests invited for the case study or any sharing during the MBA?
Oh, okay. While we wish to have some, you mean guest lecture, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Usually during our IA day, we have our industry advisor who are the CEO of a company. Like now we have Patrick and Globetronic. They are both one in Kulim, one in Penang. So generally we will engage them to give a talk to our MBA student. Okay. That's how, but of course we try to get other corporate people to come, but sometimes it's hard to come by because the reason we are in Kampar, they are in KL, so it's very difficult for them to find the right time, even though we try to do that sort of activities. But we try our best what we can do with all these limiting factors.
Okay, now the questions keep coming in. So if you don't mind, maybe we can finish the question first. Dr. Nasri, is it okay for you?
Okay.
Okay, so now let's see. Is there any discount or special rebate for the UTA alumni? Okay, maybe let me to answer on behalf. So if you are the UTA graduate to apply the MBA, you can get the 500 rebate automatically. Okay, so okay, the next one, roughly how many students per class for part-time MBA in Kampar campus?
Okay, we try as it is now. Generally, we have 35 students enrolled at one time. Okay, so the class may be say that for one course, maybe we have 20 students or 25 students, or we have 18 students or 15 students. Okay, and that is for the core courses. But since the students are having their own specialization, again they are divided up, right, in a 4 specialized area. So we have a few in marketing, a few in finance, a few in logistics, and a few in human resource. So the number definitely will be less than 10 as it is now.
Okay, thank you. And now there is another question from the Facebook. Is it only in Kampa campus refer to the part-time mode? Okay, maybe this one I can answer on behalf. So for actually we have 4 different MBA programs. So today we are presenting to you the MBA Corporate Management, which are only at Tampere campus. In fact, we still have 3 other different MBA at Sungai Long campus. So for location-wise, if you are the Sungai Long, if you are living nearby the Sungai Long, you can consider at the Sungai Long MBA. But if you are from the Ipoh or like the Perak region, or even like somewhere around, you can consider for the Tampere campus, the MBA Corporate Management, and definitely will quite benefit to you. Okay, now due to the actually we are now close to the 3 p.m. and we are actually come to the ending. And thank you for all joining to the Q&A sessions. So we now move forward before the end. Let me give another sharing information. Thank you for the Nazri for your sharing and the Q&A.
Okay.
And now maybe let me to have another information sharing to all the audience. Okay. Now you can see the slide. There is the IPSR Institute of Postgraduate Study and Research. So this is the institute who are taking in charge of the admissions and the applications, even the progress of the master and the PhD study. So if you are interested to apply for the MBA or any other master programs or even the PhD programs in UTAR, we can submit the applications to the IPSR. For any other inquiry, you can go to the IPSR as well. Later on, we will show you the email of IPSR. Okay, so it is stationed at the Kampa and Sungai Long campus. So if you would like to visit the IPSR for any further inquiry or application, you can just make appointment with us to visit the IPSR. And now this appel, just now, Dr. Nasir has mentioned about the Kelsey. Okay, now let me have another sharing for you for the appel A. So if you are the, if you do not have the bachelor degree and with years of working experience, you can actually apply to the MBA with the appel A. Example like you are currently a diploma holder, but your age is more than 30 years old, you have years of the working experience in the business administrations or any other the business operations areas, then you can actually go through the appel. The appel actually is run by the MQA. You just make appointment to the MQA to take the assessment or any other branch station that can actually sit for the appel test. After the test, you can get the certificate of appel. By the appel certificate, you can actually apply to the master. Without the bachelor, you can also apply to the master. And definitely there is a HRDF number. You can seek your HR, your company HR advice to claim for the HRDF. And it is proudly to share the news for you that for year 2020, UTAR has been ranked for the Times Higher Education's PhD ranking for the Asia University ranking 119th. So in Malaysia, it means that after the the second is the first place and UTAR is the second place. Thank you for all the effort from our academic staff and our students, so that we can have such achievement, even though we are just the new established university that which like no more than 10 years, but with such achievement is very proud to us. And today, the webinar is not the end. We still have a lot of the different webinar coming, and you can stay tuned with us every Tuesday and Thursday. Usually, we will fix a time to Tuesday and Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. for our webinars. So for this Tuesday, the next Tuesday we will not have any webinar, but for the Thursday, we have a webinar about the IO psychology related. So if you're interested, you can just stay tuned with us at this Thursday, 8:30 to 9:30, for the topic as a psychological perspective on overcoming the challenge faced by the organizations during and after the pandemic. Okay, Even you are from MBA area, maybe this one you can have a look and maybe can use some inspiration. Okay. Other than the next coming webinar, we also have an application day. So if you would like to visit us physically to our campus, now we have opened for the application day. Both the campus, national campus from 5th to 6th days, the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and also the 12th and 13th September. There also is Saturday and Sunday, the weekend, from 9:30 to 1:30 p.m. We are open for your visit. You can make appointment with us to visit us for inquiry or the submission of application. Now this is the last. In the beginning, actually, we have mentioned about our Facebook page, the UTAR for You. So other than the live sharing to the UTAR for You, later the recorded versions of the webinar will stick to the UTAR for as well. So if you have friends or like the relative that may not able to join us at this moment, they can actually back to the UTAR for You, our Facebook page, for the recorded versions of the webinars. And also we have a lot of different webinar recorded and previous, then you can go and have a look as well. If you would like to contact us for the further inquiry, you can go to the WhatsApp or WeChat or the email. You can send email to us to the itsr@utar.edu.my or postgrad@utar.edu.my. Our colleague who is in charge of the email will reply accordingly. So now we are come to the end. Again, thank you for the nursery for today's sharings, and thank you for joining us again until the end. And wish you a good day. We are now stop at here. See you again on Thursday. Bye bye.